Chapter 3, Two Stories About Flying, Book First Flight. We'll do the first part, that is his first flight, by Liam O. Flaherty. Now, this story, First Flight, is a story of hesitation, of trial, error, and finally getting success. It is a story of a timid seagull. It's a seabird who learns the art of flying. While his two brothers and sisters, they have already learned flying, he is fearful. He is hesitant. He doesn't do so at once. And then once when his mother comes near him, he dives in front. And after a shaky start, you can say, after an unsteady start, he spread out its wings and starts flying upwards and downwards. And this was his first flight. So the author gives a very beautiful message that one doesn't attain success at one go. You have to keep trying and trying. Repeated trials and errors, mistakes, repeated trials and errors, they always lead you to success. So one more message, try and try till you succeed, is the message of the first part. Right? And we come down to the chapter. His first flight. The young seagull was alone on his ledge. Now the young seagull, he was alone. Seagull, I told you, is a seabird. It was alone on his ledge. Now see what is a ledge. A ledge is a narrow, horizontal shelf projecting from a wall or a cliff. See, this is called a ledge. Right? This is a water down ocean, and this is like a mountain cut shelf type का बना होता है. इसे कहते हैं ledge. So he was alone on the ledge. His two brothers and sisters had already flown away the day before. उसके दो भाई बहन already जा चुके हैं. He had been afraid to fly with them. Somehow, when he had taken a little run forward to the brink of the ledge and attempted to flap his wings, he became afraid. So somehow he had taken a little run. Small runs he takes forward to the brink. Brink means to the edge of the ledge. और अटेम्प्टेड टू फ्लैप हिज विंग्स. और जैसे वो अटेम्प्ट करता है फ्लैप करने का, फ्लटर करने का अपने विंग्स, ही बिकम्स अफ्रेड. जैसे वो थोड़ी सी भी कोशिश करता है आगे जाने की, ही बिकम्स अफ्रेड. द ग्रेट एक्सपेंस ऑफ सी. द ग्रेट एक्सपेंस ऑफ सी मीन्स द ग्रेट एक्सपेंशन ऑफ सी. नीचे इतना बड़ा सी है. स्ट्रेच्ड. स्ट्रेच्ड मीन्स स्प्रेड आउट बीनीथ. नीचे जो है उस लेज के बहुत बड़ा ओशन है, सी है. And it was such a long way down, miles down. And when he looks down, it is such a long way. कितना लंबा नीचे रास्ता है. So he becomes afraid. He felt certain that his wings would never support him. He felt certain in his mind. He was determined. His wings will never support him. So he bent his head and ran back to the little hole under the ledge where he slept at night. And so he bent his head. He bends his head and he goes back to the little hole in the ledge, under the ledge, and where he slept at night, he goes there and sleeps. Even when each of his brother and little sister, whose wings were far shorter than his own, ran to the brink, flapped their wings and flew away, he failed to muster up courage. So even when his brother and sister, whose wings were far shorter than his own, उनके wings तो इससे भी छोटे थे. They ran to the brink, they ran to the edge, they flapped their wings, they fluttered their wings, घुमाया उन्होंने, move किया अपने wings को, and flew away. वो उड़ गए. He failed to muster up courage. तब भी he could not gather up the courage to take plunge. Plunge means to take the risk which appeared to him so desperate. उसको ये plunge लेना था, वो risk लेना चाहता है, but वो नहीं ले पाया. Desperate means it was out of control and ready to do anything to change the situation. Means desperate for him means it was now out of control for him. He wanted to do it, but he could not do. His father and mother had come around. His father and mother had come around, calling to him shrilly, upbraiding him, threatening to let him starve on his ledge unless he flew away. And then came his father and mother. They called him shrilly. Shrilly means in a sharp, unpleasant voice, upbraiding him, that is scolding him, threatening him. Threatening means intimidating him. उसको डराते रहे वो आकर. Intimidate means डराना, threat करना. To let him starve on his ledge, कि he will starve, he will die of hunger on his ledge unless he flew away. They came near him और उसको वो डराते रहे, scold करते रहे. But for the life of him, he could not move. But he did not move. He did not have courage to move. That was 24 hours ago. Since then, nobody had come near him. It was 24 hours ago this all happened. No, nobody was near him. The day before, all day long, he had watched his parents flying about with his brother and sister. And yesterday, whole day, he saw that his brother and sisters, they were flying with their parents, perfecting them in the art of flight. And he saw his parents, they were perfecting them, making them perfect in the art of flight, teaching them how to skim. They were teaching them how to skim. Skim means to move lightly above a surface. कैसे स्किम करते हैं, कैसे वेव्स के ऊपर बैठते हैं, एंड हाउ टू डाइव फॉर फिश, और फिश के लिए कैसे डाइव करते हैं पानी में. He had in fact seen his older brother catch his first herring, and he has also seen his older brother catch his first herring. Herring is a soft finned sea fish. उसने देखा कैसे उसका भाई डाइव करके फिश भी ले आता है, एंड डिवावर इट. डिवावर मीन्स ईट ग्रिडी, और कैसे वो उसे ग्रिडली खा रहा है. Standing on a rock, while he was standing on the rock, while his parents circled around, raising a proud crackle. And then he saw this, how his parents, they were circling him, they were surrounding him, raising a proud cackle. Cackle means laugh loud, now noisily. And how his parents, they were proud and they were laughing noisily around him. And all the morning, the whole family had walked about on the big plateau midway down the opposite cliff, taunting him with his cowardice. And then he saw whole morning, the whole family on the opposite side, उसके cliff के, उसके ledge के opposite side में एक plateau था. Plateau means a large high area of flat land. Large high area of flat land. वहाँ पर भी एक ऐसा land था, वहाँ पर वो पूरा दिन पूरी फैमिली बैठी रहती है, एंड ऑपोजिट क्लिफ पर, स्टीप रॉक पर, एंड दे वर टॉन्टिंग हिम, दे वर टीजिंग हिम विद लैक ऑफ करेज, एंड दे वर टीजिंग हिम कि कैसे वो बुजदिली कर रहा है, क्यों नहीं वो हिम्मत दिखा रहा है. दे वर ऑल टॉन्टिंग हिम एंड टीजिंग हिम. The sun was now ascending the sky, and the sun was now ascending, blazing on his ledge that faced the south, and heating on the ledge. Direct rays were coming on the ledge that faced the south. He felt the heat because he had not eaten since the previous nightfall, and he felt more heat because he had not eaten anything. Naturally, when you are hungry, then everything you feel. He stepped slowly out to the brink of the ledge. Then again he tried to go further. उससे धीरे धीरे brink पर जाता है, edge पर जाता है, ledge के. Standing on one leg, with the other leg hidden under his wing. He goes with one leg, hides the another. He closed one eye, then the other. पहले वो एक आंख बंद करता है, कोशिश करता है, फिर दूसरी आंख को बंद करता है, and pretended to be falling asleep. He shows them, he pretends them, उन्हें शो करता है कि मैं सो रहा हूँ. Still they took no notice of him, but they all did not take notice of him. They wanted him to gather courage. वो चाहते थे कि वो ये खुद बाहर आए. He saw his two brothers and his sister lying on the plateau, dozing with their heads sunk into their necks. He saw that his two brothers and his sister, they are lying on the plateau, dozing. Dozing means they are sleeping with their heads sunk into their necks. His father was preening. Preening means making an effort to maintain feathers. He was maintaining his feathers. The feathers on his white back. So this is all about in part 1. Next in part 2. Thank you.